All right, so ATL, her name is Renee Lawless, and y'all like, nah, that's not her name. That is not her name. Her name is Miss Catherine Cryer.
Yes, I answer to both.
Yeah, amazing. Now, you know, most folks look forward to the new year because they're like, oh, well, new beginnings, you know, new energy. But a lot of folks have and have-nots own going into season number 5. Super excited about what in the world is going to happen January 3rd.
Oh, well, you kind of got a little glimpse of that in the finale.
Yeah.
Gloves are coming off.
Yeah.
Hair's being let down. Catherine ain't pulling no punches.
Yes. Well, congratulations, because
Thank
you have
you.
just been so amazing.
Thank you.
In your role. Of course, a Knoxville, Tennessee native.
Absolutely.
Now, when it all began, could you envision yourself being this deep into it? Highest rated show on OWN like ever.
Still.
Still.
I mean, we are, well, technically it's season 4. Our first season was pilot season, but people think of it as season 5. We'll let it go.
Right, gotcha.
But, you know, we got shot out of a cannon and we really took on with a bang. But to have sustained it still, you know, this many seasons in, that we're still growing in numbers, and now we've got the highest ratings ever. It's a blessing. It's amazing, and I think people hope that's what's going to happen. They dream of those things, but we never really know. So it's just been a blessing. It really has.
Yeah. And you know, the really cool thing about have and have-nots, it's just so different because, you know, the drama's there. Of course, Tyler Perry's behind it. I mean, you can expect betrayals. You can expect some cheating. You can expect some slapping going on every now and then as
maybe
well.
Maybe a gun going off. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, how about that? How has this journey been for you as the show has evolved from season to season?
You know, there's been a lot of growth. I think that it's helped me not only grow as an actress, but as a person. I've been exposed to a lot of things that I hadn't been exposed to before. Not all bad. Some pretty wonderful things and some wonderful people that have been very helpful in this journey. And I think, you know, if it were all in tomorrow, I still have an incredible family at TPS Studios, and I still have an incredible family in the Have and Have-Nots family, and I still have a great friend in Tyler Perry. So I just feel very privileged to be a part of this incredible, be a part of this journey, but to be a part of this creation that Tyler Perry brought to us.
Right. I think that's a beautiful thing, and you know, I wish people listening could see this energy. She just walked up in the studio, y'all, just like it's time to party. Okay, I'm really loving that and appreciating that.
I'm not so quiet and sustained as Catherine sometimes, but I can let my hair down.
I love it. You know, I was talking to someone the other day just about that process of evolving, and you know, when you do something for a long time, you know, it changes consistently, and you have to adapt to it. What would be your advice for folks who are, you know, maybe, you know, been acting for a long time, or even like with me for radio for a long time? How do you make it feel brand new?
I give part of that back to my theater training. You know, a number of us on the show, Angela Robinson, Krista Fox specifically, come from a large theater background. So we're used to doing that 8 shows a week of the exact same show every single performance.
Wow.
So you have to, I guess my training comes back, you have to find what's new and unique. But being in a live show, it's human nature that's going to be different every night, being live. What is a good and bad thing about our show? Well, it's not really bad, but a good and different thing about we shoot very fast.
Right.
So sometimes a lot of our scenes are at one take. We didn't get a second and third take. So we have to be present in the moment, and we shoot so much that we're constant. The nature of how we shoot keeps us energized and present and going, because I, as Renee, am just as anxious and excited to see where Catherine's growing as you, the audience. I get that script and I have to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait to read. I can't wait. I just can't go see my parts. I have to read the whole thing. And I want to know what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of freshness just in itself, because it's just what we do.
Yeah. That is such a blessing to be able to, have those new experiences.
I kind of didn't really answer your question
Yeah.
about what advice. I'm sorry, I just realized I didn't really answer your question. So the advice that I would give to others is change your choices. You come to work today, you have to be present as a radio actor. You could have a bad day, you could have a toothache, you could have just had a fight with your kids or your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, but you still have to be that ever-present, ever-exciting voice. So you have to find that thing to you as a radio host, whether it's looking across the room at one of your producers or one of your coworkers, or just a beautiful sign saying you're one of God's children today, that keeps you alive, and you're thinking, you're right, today I'm going to put all that to bed, and I'm going to be there for my radio audience. As an actor, I'm going to put everything behind me, and I'm going to find out what is it new about whoever I'm playing today.
Yeah, absolutely. That is some great advice. Renee Lawless is here. Of course, Miss Catherine Cryer on Have and Have Not.
Yes.
Season 5, January 3rd on OWN. I'm so privileged to have you here.
It's a joy to be here.
Continued blessings and
Thank you.
continued success. How can folks follow the show on social media?
Follow the show or follow me?
I know that's my girl.
Yeah, baby.
You have a background in singing as well.
Yes,
I mean,
I do.
Was that like your first love in terms of
it was my first love because it's just what I did. God, blessed me with a voice, and I was, started studying voice since I was 15, and I went to school for music and theater, and I got was working my master's studies in voice. And no sooner than I was completing my master's studies, I realized, I've always wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to do that. And musical theater was my parlay into doing other things. And so, more so than opera. I started out with opera, and then I segued into musical theater. And it's still a love. I mean, theater will always be my first love.
Right.
But my goal was always where I am now, and I still have other goals, But singing is what has catapulted me into this medium.
Yeah,
so
that's wonderful.
I still sing, but
I'd buy your album.
Oh, thank you
Just
very
because
much.
all this positive energy, all these vibes, I'm just loving it. All right, so now how can folks follow you on social media?
ReneeLawless.com or Renee Lawless on Facebook, Renee Lawless on Instagram, and Twitter is Ms. Renee Lawless. You can follow the Have and Have Nots on the Oprah.com, or you can just and if you're tweeting, it's at OwnTV, hashtag HAHN. Oh goodness, I wasn't prepared for that question, so I'm trying to think all the other things that
I think you answered it very well.
Yes. and TylerPerry.com too has stuff about the Have and Have.
Awesome.
Well.
That's incredible. ATL, you do not want to miss it. Mark your calendars, January 3rd. Season 4, 5-ish, we're kind of going back and forth with the credit.
Depending on how you jog too.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Renee Lawless. Again, continued blessings to you.
Thank you, sweetie. You too.